Hello everybody, back here again for another vlog a day, and today was Wednesday the 19th, and today was a beautiful sunny day outside. Unfortunately, rather cold and crazy windy. We've been having some just insane amounts of wind lately. Not a big fan of it, but what can you do? Really not much you can do aside from just packing up, I guess, and going south for the winter. So definitely just have to make do with it best we can and just get over it, I guess. So got a few things done around here this morning. I woke up way too early. Been having some really weird ass dreams lately. Crazy vivid dreams. I remember waking up and I remember like the tiniest detail down to like what type of shoes I was wearing or what kind of shirt somebody else had on, that kind of thing. But then within an hour, maybe two, I virtually forgot the entire dream. It's so weird. Like right now, I can't even tell you what I dreamt about last night at all. But I remember waking up thinking about how I remembered the most uniquely, like, just tiniest details. So crazy. So who knows what that's all about. But got it, like I said, got a few things done around here. Had to do some other running afterwards. Nothing really major. Just went looking for a bunch of parts. Seemed like I was out a couple different times, different part stores. I was outside working on the truck for what seemed like forever today, trying to flush out the radiator and that, and then the heater core itself was plugged up like crazy, so I was trying to work on it. In the process of trying to get the hoses off it and that, ended up breaking the what's called the quick disconnect. GM made a device. It's actually right here. It's just a little piece of plastic that hooks onto the heater core, then you hook the hose onto the end of it. And the one that was on there was from 2000, so it's old and brittle, and it busted. So I went to the store, bought a new one, came back, realized the fact there was like a specialty tool to get it off, and of course they didn't have it the first place. He even talked like nobody in town carries it. I guess there's like a mechanic shop slash tire shop here in town. He said they didn't have one. They tried to use one before and they didn't have it for them either, and different stuff. So went and checked with my, I guess, mechanic, the guy that does most of my work for me. And of course nobody was around, so I couldn't borrow a tool from them. And the auto parts stores didn't have it. So I ended up at a different auto parts store. They had a part that the everybody had the ones for like the fuel lines and AC lines, but not for the heater core. I guess they didn't use them too often is what I'm guessing. Didn't use them very many years, maybe something like that. I found the one part, so I had the guy help look for, I guess. I thought maybe he would have it in the catalog, whatever. And I'm like, is this not the part you need? And he's like, oh, I don't think so. I think that's it. And I'm like, it's exactly what it looks like. Started reading the back, and it says it's a GM heater core quick disconnect tool. And he's like, well, I don't see how it works. And I'm like, well, that's what it says it's for. So I'm probably going to go ahead and go with what the marking says. And he acted like he didn't want me to buy it almost. And I'm like, what the hell? And then he admitted the fact. He goes, well, I think that's exactly what you need and blah, blah. So I was somewhere between on the shelf saying that's not what I needed and not what I shouldn't get that because it wouldn't work, to making it to the checkout counter. He determined that was the exact item I needed. So unfortunately, I was wrong in the beginning. He was wrong at the end because I thought it was. And then when we checked out, he thought it was. So got home, tried it out, was not, if it was the right tool, it just did not work. Was not working at all. All it is, you put it on the hose, clamp, kind of push it there, and you push back, and it's supposed to release the pressure on it. Didn't work. So went ahead and said to hell with it, and decided I was going to cut the damn part off. So I had bought a oscillating tool from Harbor Freight, one of like those things you see all these commercials on TV about, no real moving saw blade, just vibrates back and forth and cuts through. It's the same thing they use in the hospitals for cutting cast off people and that kind of deal. Super safe tool to use, especially on young kids and stuff, because you can literally put your hand right on it and it won't cut your hand, which is a pretty cool little thing there. Used for removing grout kind of stuff, and it was able to get it up in there, and as tight as it was, had a roll-along blade for it, and I was able to get it up in there and cut the plastic fitting off. So I junked the whole plastic fitting, went to put the new plastic fitting on there, and it would not go on. It wouldn't click on. It would go on like where it needed to be. It wouldn't click into place. Even tried putting the removal tool in there, which seemed like it fit the part in my hand, and tried to get up on there stuff. It wouldn't go up on there either. So I went ahead and said to hell with it. Gave up and just was able to stretch the hose a little bit, kind of reroute it around a different holder, and just put the hose directly on the heater core itself. To hell with the quick disconnect. And my theory is if I have the truck long enough, do I need to pull the hose off it again ever? And if I'm not smart enough to get up there with a razor blade and cut the hose a whole bunch of times so it pops off easily, I deserve to have the heater core broke. I'll tear the dash apart and replace the heater core at that point. So I did get the heater core flushed out. It looked like it was flowing water pretty good through there. Who knows how grody and plugged up it is. It's really hard telling. I'll hopefully know once I get it refilled if that's going to help make a difference or not. Got the hose all back together. Now all I'm waiting for is the radiator drain plug. It's a little plastic plug, goes to the bottom of the radiator. It had been broke off before, so it's like barely little tiny piece left. It took me forever. I was able to work it out with a pair of pliers. They're $3. I'm not going to put the old shitty one back in there. I don't know why people do that. They take a stripped out nut, like off their drain plug or off whatever stuff, on the oil pan. They barely get it out. They got vice grips on it, channel locks, all kinds of stuff. Then they screw it back up in there. They're a few dollars, people. Just go buy the few dollar part. Then next time you need to take it apart, you're not fighting it that much worse. And now it's even more stripped and whatever and whatnot. So I've got to wait. Nobody had that in stock. I had to order it. It should be here in the morning. 6:30, I think, is when they open up the shop. The truck gets there at like 6, I think he said. So hopefully it'll be there. I'm not getting up at 6:30 to go get the part. Give a shit less. I don't need it that bad. I'm going to go get the part, dump in a bunch of antifreeze. I got a couple coupons for that part store I need to find them so I can go buy the antifreeze at a cheaper price. I have some in the garage, I believe, but I don't know if it's pre-mixed. I don't know if it's open as a solid amount, non-pre-mixed. But I'm afraid to mix it because I don't know if I mixed it before or not. So I don't want to take a chance. And if I can find my tester, I'll go that route. If not, I'll have to wait. I might just buy some other stuff anyway, say to heck with it, and then have this on hand. I'm super good about marking down when if I do mix it up 50-50, I write on the bottle, real great big bold letters, usually a paint marker, pre-mixed, ready to dump in, do not mix anymore, whatever. But this is stuff I didn't even buy. Like, I don't even know what, this is a brand I would never have bought, so I don't know where it came from. Don't know how old it is. I don't know if it came out of somebody else's vehicle. They filtered it through. I have no idea. So I'm really super picky when it comes to kind of stuff. I'm going to go buy the type of antifreeze I like and just dump it in. And I'm probably going to go ahead and go with the stuff that's not pre-mixed. One, it's virtually the same price, and I can mix it a little bit stronger than what's there because I'm sure there's going to be a little bit of water left in the heater core and the block, that kind of thing, and worry about it. So right now it's just sitting empty with all the hoses off and stuff and the radiator drained because it's just water in it right now because I didn't want to dump antifreeze back in it, have it drain at the bottom of my radiator. So I'm kind of in the middle right now. I'm just waiting around till tomorrow morning. Hopefully I'll get that plug, get it thrown back together, and I'm just so hoping that it's just going to work great. I'm going to have amazing heat coming out of it and so on and so forth, and all I have left to do is get me a set of brand new tires for it. So that's going to be my plan for tomorrow. I'm going to get up fairly decent time, get out there and get that done. That way if it does have a problem, I'll have time to order more parts to get them here for Friday is my main goal. So I can get that thing up and running. I need to get a new hot water heater. My hot water heater finally is taking the craps on me. It's leaking out the top, the overflow pressure drain. I think the valves went bad. It's over 10 years old now, so it's time to replace it anyway. I've just been kind of nursing along, hoping it. But with it leaking, it's driving me crazy. So my van's in the shop right now, my truck's broke down, and a water heater will not fit in my car trunk. So I'm without a vehicle to even go buy a hot water heater. So my hope and goal is to nurse the hot water heater I have until Sunday. I've got a friend of mine coming up. We're going to hang out all day Sunday in that. I think we might make a trip to Des Moines, which if I've got my truck running by then, we'll take the truck. Or get the van back, we'll take the van. If not, if they bring their Jeep up, which they probably will this time of year, we can throw a hot water here in the back of the Jeep, which will be fine too. So we'll see what happens, I guess, and go from there. So as of right now, I'm stuck in limbo with not being able to buy the stuff I need to fix things in my life right now. So I'm kind of that weird, just whole bunch of stuff's going wrong mechanically, and some weird crap in my life going on, emotionally too. But I think all it's going to come together, hopefully real soon. And as soon as I find the parts to fix my mechanical parts in my life, I'll get that stuff up and running and going perfect as well. So one good thing is I do have the cash to pay for all this. $500 hot water heater, a couple $100 in the truck tank. Luckily I'm not shit broke right now trying to fix those things. So that right there is a giant relief off my back. So anyway, I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe and wonderful day. Thanks for watching.